The United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that everyone has the right to education. It is a basic necessity geared towards the full development of an active member of society. We are all entitled to education, no matter what our background is, and the impact that it has in our lives is vital in our holistic growth as members of the community. However, in the Philippines, access to education has become more of a luxury, especially during this time of pandemic that the only privileged can have. Data shows that the number of enrollees for this academic year dropped by almost 2.8 million. This number does not account for the more than 2.8 million other children that are currently out of school. Learning in the new normal setting is believed to be anti-poor. This is because it requires the use of gadgets and a stable internet connection. Things that the less fortunate students could not provide for themselves because there are far more important matters for them to prioritize. All of this and more, making education accessible only for those who have the means. I admit that I am very lucky to be one of those children to have access to education and not worry about anything else. However, this is not a reason for me to turn a blind eye to the serious issue that is the inaccessibility of education for those that are less privileged. In response to the current situation, local government units and public institutions have made it a point to give as much means as possible for students to be able to still have access to education. The issue here now lies in how this institution plan on helping the out-of-school youth and those that are not qualified to get support from the government. My advocacy aims to help be a part of the solution to this educational crisis. We could do our part through locally organized teaching groups, providing educational materials, or through simple volunteerism. We should remember that no action is too small, and the ripple we start can create waves of change in our society. We are not going to count how many more of them that need help are there, because we are going to put an end to that. Who knows? Maybe that vagrant you saw on the corner of the streets last week was once a child who envisioned himself as a doctor saving lives. Once a child with a blazing passion to get to it, but factors out of his control won't just allow him to. And who knows how many out there suffers the same predicament. We must unite as one and help be a part of the change that we want to see.